Okay, just between us. Can I tell you something? They went quiet and you felt it, the drop in your stomach when the messenger stopped. The way you keep checking your phone even when you tell yourself you won't. You know the feeling I mean. And here is the scene. You have already decided what the silence means. You have decided it means you were not enough, that you were too much, that you did something wrong. That is the story running in the back of your mind right now, isn't it? But there is a reason they went quiet, and it's not what you think. You have probably noticed how your mind fills the silence. It writes a whole story with no words to go on. Late at night, when the house is quiet, you read all messages. You look for the exact moment it changed. You reply one conversation, then another. You ask yourself, what did I miss? That is not you being crazy. That is not you being dramatic. That is real. That is real. You are the kind of person who feels things deeply. So when someone goes quiet, you don't just shrug. You carry it. You turn it over and over, looking for the crack you think you caused. And you have been so sure, so completely sure that the silence is about your words. I need to be really specific here because this is the part that matters. Silence almost never carries the message we think it does. When someone goes quiet, our mind hears one thing: you are not enough. But silence does not actually say that. Silence says almost nothing at all. It's empty. And we are the ones filling it up with our worst fear. Here is what nobody tells you. The story you built about why they left, you built it out of nothing. Out of a blank space, you took the emptiness thing in the world and you wrote your own name in it as the problem. Let me be really specific. Think of a real moment. Maybe it's a Tuesday evening, you are sitting on your bed, your phone is face down because you can't look at it anymore, and your chest feels tight, and your voice inside says, if I had just been better, they'd still be here. I want you to hear me. That voice is lying to you. People go quiet for 100 reasons, reasons that have nothing to do with you. They go quiet because they are overwhelmed, because they are scared of what they feel, because their own life got heavy, because they never learned how to stay when things get real. Maybe because they are avoiding something inside themselves that you can't see and were never meant to fix. Let me be really specific again. Think of another moment. Maybe it's the morning, you wake up and for half a second you forget. And then it lands on you. The quiet, the not knowing, and before you have ever had water, before you have even opened the curtains, you're already back in it, already asking what you did, already carrying a weight you picked up in your sleep. I know that moment. I know that morning, I know that I want you to notice something about it. You wake up guilty for a crime that was never named. Nobody told you what you did wrong. There was no trial, there was no evidence, there was only silence, and you appointed yourself guilty anyway. You do this because you had rather it be your fault. Because if it's your fault, then maybe you can fix it and maybe they come back. Being the problem feels like having control, but it's a trap. Here is what most people don't understand. When someone can show up, that's information about them. It is not a grade on you. It is not a score on your worth. You keep reading their silence like a report card with your name at the top. But it was never about you at all. And that is the reason it's not what you think. You thought the silence was a mirror showing your flaws. It's not. It's not a window into where they are. And where they are theirs to care, not yours. Let me say that again because I think you need it. Their silence is about their capacity, not your value. Their capacity, not your value. And then something shifts. I have watched it happen in people, and I think it's already starting in you. There is a moment where you stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and you start asking, "What actually happened here?" That question is quieter, it's calmer, and it changed everything. Because the old you took every silence personally, the old you chased, the old you sent the message you swore you would not never send, then felt sick after. The old you made yourself smaller, hoping small would be safe enough to keep. But something in you got tired. Tired of holding a door open for someone who walked away from it. And in that tiredness, something honest woke up. You have not become someone colder. You have just stopped hiding from the truth. You stopped beginning the silence to explain itself. You started letting it just be what it is. You stopped refreshing the screen every 10 minutes. You started putting the phone in another room. You stopped rehearsing what you had say if they came back. You started living in the hours you actually have. And here is what happens when you stop chasing an answer that is not coming. You get yourself back. The energy you were spending on them, all of it, it comes home to you. Think about how much of you was out there, waiting by the phone, guessing at their mood, reading their last messenger for the 100th time, looking for a clue. That's a lot of you to have handed to someone who wasn't holding it carefully. And when you finally stop, it all flows back. You feel it in your shoulders first. They drop. You did not even know they were up around your ears. That is the shift, not that you stopped caring. You'll always be someone who cares. Either you stopped setting yourself on fire to keep someone warm who had already left the room. Now, I know how that sounds. It sounds like I'm telling you to just get over it. I am not. Feelings don't work on command. You are allowed to meet them. You are allowed to have a hard night. That's not weakness. That's a heart that knows how to love. That is real. That is real, but missing someone and blaming yourself, those are two different things. You can meet them and still know it wasn't your fault. You can miss them and still let the silence be theirs. So let me give you some permission just between us. Let them be quiet. You don't have to fix it. Let them stay wherever they are. You don't have to earn your way back in. Let the phone stay silent. That silence is not a test you are failing. You don't have to keep auditing yourself. You don't have to find the flaw. There may not be one. That is not your responsibility to dig up. You are not being called when you stop chasing. You are being wise. You are not giving up when you let go of the story. You are getting free. And maybe some people around you won't get it. Maybe a friend says, "Why don't you just message them one more time?" Maybe someone tells you you are giving up too easy. Let them say it. They are not the one who lay awake with it. They don't know what it cost you to stop. You don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing your own peace. Let them not understand. That's okay. Their opinion is not a report card either. You don't have to defend your quiet. You don't have to prove you tried hard enough. You tried. I know you tried. That is not your responsibility to keep proving. And that sensitivity you have, the way you feel everything so deeply, please stop treating it like the reason they left. It's not a flaw, it's the very thing that makes you able to love someone all the way. The right person won't go quiet in the face of it. The right person will lean in. So here is what I want you to know about what's coming, because something is coming. This is your moment to stop reading silence as a verdict. This quiet time, as much as it hurts, is clearing something out. It's teaching you that yours was never up for a vote. It never depended on whether someone answered. You have already started choosing this. I can tell. The very fact that this landed, that some part of you went yes, that you turning toward yourself instead of away. New people are arriving, people who stay, people who use their words, people who won't make you guess, and you will be ready for them because you finally know the difference between someone who's quiet and someone who's just not enough for you. And the next time a silence comes, and it will, because life is full of them, you won't fall into it the same way. You will feel the old pull, and then you will remember silence is not a verdict. It never was. You will let it be theirs, and you will keep walking. The silence did not break you. It showed you how much you were carrying that was never yours. So let them be quiet, and you go be loud with your own life, fill your own rooms, answer your own heart. You were never the reason they went quiet. You were the reason it was worth staying. And one day, someone will finally understand that. You are not too much. You are never were. I am proud of you. Love you. Be well.